Take a moment to reflect and examine if you might unintentionally be creating a conflict between your inner thoughts and emotions and your external circumstances. Sometimes, your current situation, location, company, or activity may not align with your inner self, causing a sense of discomfort. Once you become aware of this inner conflict, you have the choice to let go of the struggle and find inner peace. How often do you find yourself not wanting to be where you are during the day? When you resist your present surroundings, it can lead to dissatisfaction. Remember that you can't escape yourself, and wherever you go, you are always there. Do you feel the need to judge and categorize every sensation and experience? Is it necessary to have an automatic like or dislike response to life, leading to constant inner conflict? Instead of resisting, can you allow the present moment to unfold naturally? Saying no to life strengthens your ego, while saying yes weakens it. Your level of engagement in your actions determines your accomplishments in life. Effort implies tension and pressure, and if you feel reluctance in your current activity, it indicates a rejection of life. Recognize this reluctance and release it, becoming fully present and absorbed in your actions. Surrendered action, as practiced in Zen, means giving your full attention to whatever you are doing. When you accept the present moment without judgment or resistance, you connect with inner peace and self-acceptance. Even if you experience surface-level happiness or unhappiness due to external circumstances, they do not affect your underlying state of being. By saying yes to what is, you tap into a deeper dimension within yourself that provides lasting peace and stability. Realizing the temporary nature of all experiences makes surrendering easier. You can continue to participate in experiences without demanding that they make you happy. This results in a more harmonious and peaceful experience. Fully accepting the present moment reduces the need to label and judge it, leaving you in a state of alert stillness. This inner state of non-resistance opens you up to unconditioned consciousness, which is greater than the human mind. The passage emphasizes the importance of releasing inner resistance in order to improve one's life circumstances and find fulfillment. It encourages embracing the present moment without interpreting it through a narrative created by the mind. Surrendering to the reality of a situation, even in challenging circumstances, is seen as a way to discover hidden good and grace. The concept of surrender is highlighted as a transformation from resistance to acceptance. It involves letting go of the need to understand and finding peace in not knowing. This surrender allows a greater intelligence to operate through you, influencing your thoughts and inspiring you. The passage suggests that peace and inner fulfillment cannot be achieved solely by changing external circumstances, but by recognizing and realizing one's true self at a deep level. It also points out that suffering in the world is often caused by a limited and personalized sense of self, which hides one's true essence. The text encourages recognizing that life is not something to be possessed or lost, but that you are life itself, a consciousness that takes on temporary forms to experience itself in various ways. Time is discussed as being irrelevant to self-realization, which can only occur in the present moment. Self-realization is presented as an ongoing process rather than a future goal. The belief in attaining something perpetuates the need for future-oriented thinking. However, once you realize that the present moment is the only place to discover your true self, the concept of time becomes irrelevant. You no longer need it to define who you are. At first glance, it seems obvious that when you have a thought or feeling, you are aware of it. Similarly, when you experience pleasure or pain, you are aware of that experience. But upon closer examination, these statements reveal a fundamental illusion arising from language use. This illusion creates a sense of duality and separation that doesn't exist in reality. You are not someone who is merely aware of thoughts, feelings, or experiences. you are the very awareness or consciousness that allows these things to appear. At the core of your being, you are the consciousness that perceives all things, but this consciousness cannot directly perceive itself. There is no other knowledge beyond this. All knowledge arises from this consciousness. You cannot turn yourself into an object of knowledge or become an object to yourself. This is why the illusion of the ego arises when you mentally objectify yourself. When you realize that you are the awareness in which everything exists, you no longer depend on external things and situations to define your sense of self. You become free from the need to constantly seek validation and fulfillment from external sources. As a result, events and circumstances lose their significance, and you can approach them with lightness and playfulness. You begin to see the world as a dance, a beautiful and ever-changing expression of form and energy. With a clear understanding of your true self, you feel an enduring and animated sense of tranquility. Some people refer to this as joy because it encompasses a vigorous and serene peace. It's the blissful feeling of recognizing yourself as the fundamental essence of life before taking any shape. It's the contentment of existing, of embracing your true nature. Consciousness can take on different forms, much like water can be solid, liquid, or gaseous. Physical matter is the frozen form of consciousness. The mind and thought are the liquid form, and pure consciousness is formless. Pure consciousness is the essence of life before taking on form, and it looks at the world through our eyes because consciousness is who we are. When we recognize ourselves as that, we see ourselves in everything with complete clarity of perception. We are no longer an entity with a heavy past that interprets every experience through concepts. By perceiving without interpretation, we can sense what is perceiving. The best way to describe it in language is that there is a field of alert stillness in which perception happens through us. Formless consciousness becomes aware of itself. The majority of individuals are often controlled by their desires and fears. Desire is the craving to add something to your identity to feel complete. All fears stem from the dread of losing something and feeling diminished. These two actions can cloud the reality of who we are. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to support us even more. Stay healthy.